One of the main complaints I get is about health-related issues and people complaining that they can't get to see a doctor or they can't change practices. So some GP practices operate a system where you have to phone up at a certain time in the morning, join a queue, and you may or may not get an appointment that day. I've been registered at the same practice since moving to East Kilbride nearly 30 years ago, but my practice has been operating that system where you have to phone up at 8 or 8:30 and just join a queue. That doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for a lot of people, so I decided to see if I could shop around. I have done that and I've moved practice. I decided to survey GPs across Lanarkshire, North and South Lanarkshire, which I did, got a pretty good response, and I've also met the health board. The picture is not as I imagined. A lot of GP practices have now gone back to the system where you don't have to phone up at 8 or 8:30 a.m. It's far more flexible. And I've also been chatting to other practices around Lanarkshire, like the one I'm at now, just to find out the different working arrangements, because I think it's really useful for me as an MSP for the area to know what's going on. I've spoken in Parliament about my frustrations about this, but very often we hear reports that people can't even get to see their GPs because of booking systems that some GPs operate. Not all. I mean, I've done a sort of mini service of GPs in my own area in Lanarkshire, and there are different models. But my own GP, for example, you have to phone up. If you want an appointment, you have to phone up at 8 a.m. For a same-day appointment. If you don't need a same-day appointment, you want to book like next week, that's really difficult. You have to phone at 8 a.m. And I think that puts people off. Certainly puts me off. I mean, I'm wondering whether I'll ever, because I'm working, whether I'll ever actually get to see my GP ever again. I've been lucky. I've managed to change, but not everyone is so lucky. So the picture is, it's not as bad as you think. A lot of GPs are quite flexible. Probably the majority actually, but it should be made easier to switch GPs if you're not happy with the service.